I was like, yeah, definitely. That is Monster sponsor.
There we go. Yeah, turn around.
Sponsored by Autism.
Right where the logo is.
Alright then.
Mashallah, my drillers.
Mashallah, brother. Are you three ready?
I'm
Take the
ready.
fucking gentleman. Wagwan generals.
Which
one's mine?
You right there, Tom?
Right, yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
So, in a 3, a 2, a 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hello, welcome back to Off Topic. For episode 34, I think now. I'm back with Jake, Tom, and Reese. As
Hello.
Well.
Hi.
Yeah, we've locked him in here entire Easter.
Yeah.
And so how's everyone's Easter's been so far? Because last time I did a podcast, it was before Easter.
I ate lots of chocolate and
Ah.
didn't really do. I didn't do much work. I should have done work, but I didn't.
Is that the case for everyone else? I'm guessing.
I
I'm guessing
ate
it is.
a lot of chocolate and I didn't do any work.
Tom,
I had a lot of chocolate stolen and I didn't do any work.
I'm getting the common theme here. Same for me. A lot of chocolate, very little work done. Apart from the street law stuff, which was pretty easy. Did it on about a day. How come you got your chocolate stolen again?
My dad. You stole my cable.
Your dad stole your chocolate. How?
Well, he just says, "Can I have a chocolate?" and then he eats.
Were you there with him, or was he just like, were you out and he just took it all?
No, my dad just eats. If it's in the fridge, he'll eat the chocolate.
Well, that's what you do with chocolate, yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, I didn't keep it in the fridge. I just kept it on the table, in the kitchen.
Doesn't matter where I kept it, he'd eat it anyway.
Sorry, no, it's off topic. Well, it's the theme of the podcast. Is that your dad's law company? Is that what about your dad's law company?
I got this from an open day event. Is that Ming?
No, it's not.
No, it's Tyler.
Okay. I'm brave. I thought I was being there. So he went to the toilet, so I thought if he's coming back now, he's been to the toilet for a very long time.
Ming, if you're watching this podcast, we love you. No, they don't know who Ming is.
Ming won't know who Ming. Yeah, exactly.
So, because
Yeah.
I'm getting thirsty, I'm going to introduce this early in the podcast. So,
Yeah.
I brought toxic waste on last time as the strange foods.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing a strange drink combination on this time. I was tempted to bring, do you know the Japanese drink with the coconut gel, Mogu Mogu?
I've heard of that.
Oh,
one.
I was going to bring that on.
That one
That's
actually
for a
sounded
future
good.
episode. What I have brought on for you today, no spoilers, but I've even bought
You've got cups.
Yeah,
for
we
it.
got cups for
I've
it.
even bought
yeah,
special
yeah.
glasses for it, which cost me a whole quid a pound.
Gee.
Have a nipple.
Let's start.
There's a nipple, and a nipple.
There you go, salt.
Thank you.
Can I get a nipple?
Oh, Jake, I need one.
Oh,
Cheers.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
he needs a
there's a
nipple.
You've really prepared for
Yeah,
this,
that
Reese.
Yeah, he needs that one.
Look at
There's
that.
a nipple. So, this may not taste correct
I
because
hope you've had something to eat.
I just
Yeah,
realised
why?
as well.
Okay, good.
You shouldn't put one of these ingredients in the fridge, and I didn't realise until I put it in the fridge for an hour.
Should I get the sick bags out yet?
What sick bag? wait, what? I have no idea. About
Context:
that, by the way.
these two know what it is, and so does it. So the first ingredient,
Ingredients.
it's nice and humble.
Cook.
Okay.
Just Coke.
Yeah, it's cool.
Well, I can drink that.
For
That's
context,
easy.
this is a cocktail / enjoyable. I don't know if it's a cocktail.
Should
It's
we-
an enjoyable drink.
Should we pour the coke now and then we can bring out the next one and then
I don't know what order you pour it in.
fuck it.
Neither do I.
That's that. Wait.
Okay, fine.
I forget what the pronunciation of it is. Don't butcher me, Spanish people, if I'm wrong. Let me just check quickly. Sorry about the
Oh,
microphone.
yeah, let's Google it because
It's
if we can put this
called-
in first, we'll put this in now.
It's
is it-
called.
Because everybody can drink Coca-Cola.
Como de los testículos de un burro.
The
Yeah, Tom's gonna
pronunciation,
know.
I believe, is Kalimoto. Sorry about the
I've
minute.
never heard of that.
Kalimoto.
But even you've not heard of
So it is Coke mixed 50-50 with
that. With what?
You're about to find
It's
out.
like
mate.
really alcoholic.
red wine.
Oh.
I am not a wine drinker. This is the first time I've ever bought a bottle of wine in general. I did some research. You need this is the Google description of what you need for the wine: young, fruity, and cheap. Which I think is a description of you, not wine.
Fruity.
Young, cheap, and fruity. Well,
I don't mind the young bit. What, cheap. Cheap.
you need a
No,
cheap,
I got this from Primark. I'll you know.
you need a cheap, young, fruity wine that won't
Oh.
interfere too much with the taste of Coke.
Okay.
Now,
Nice.
I've never had wine with Coke before, but
I've never had wine before, but I have, but like not often.
the last time I had wine in general at all was the first
Good.
time I had wine in Paris.
You're gonna smell the bottle, by the way. Like you've opened it.
It smells like wine.
So wine drinkers right now are going to be saying, "You haven't let it breathe." Fuck off.
I'll give you a small portion to
I'm
start.
glad you stopped there. I'm glad you didn't keep going. Jeez.
Well, it's maybe
Fill me up
50-50,
some.
but I need to see if he's like it before we start going absolutely apeshit with it.
I'm not having that much. I've got to win a pool tournament later.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Forgot about that.
2 pints is the ideal amount for.
2 pints.
Yeah.
To be fair, I
Well,
played
2 pints is the ideal amount for winning a pool
I
tournament. isn't
played
it?
better drunk anyway. It's fine.
That's quite nice, actually.
I beat Bailey 2 pints in. So
You gotta do that thing, didn't you? Where you like swirl it a
you
bit.
have to do it on the table so you piss people off. Which
Yeah. With that sound.
Don't break the glass though, because they are really fragile.
I
Yeah,
felt,
yeah.
They're really light as well.
They're very delicate plastic glasses from Poundland. And then you mix a 50-50 with cork.
It's like ASMR.
It doesn't separate or anything like that. It does mix quite nicely, which almost leads me to believe it is the intention of this drink.
Yeah, you're right.
I have a feeling this will be very nice, and then we're just gonna be sat drinking wine and coke for the rest of the day.
I will not be complaining.
To be fair, red wine with Coke's better than red wine by itself.
Should
Right,
we?
so
Let's have a toast.
Salud.
We need a toast.
So
Toast to the
I haven't even
off-topic
tried
podcast.
this.
Go,
Yeah,
Coños.
to the off-topic
Too off
podcast.
topic.
So I've
Hey.
I haven't even tried
Right.
this. This might be shit.
Oh,
I like that.
I
That's
like
actually
that.
not too
I
bad.
like that.
I don't think I gave you enough coke in yours.
I was
did
gonna say, but that's actually not too bad.
I like that.
no, I'm alright.
I was sitting here thinking it was gonna be like octopus ink or like your sperm, and then it's actually turned out to be alright.
Yeah, mate. I went to Spain and spent ham into a cup for a week.
Do you want to put the
To be fair,
bottles? Do you want to put the bottles on the table? Because I might indulge in some more.
To be fair, it's good advertisement as well.
Yeah, get them on the
If your
table.
sperm tastes like this, can
Good
you come
advertisement
round?
for
Hey yo.
Campano Garnacha wine. It's Garnacho.
How much
Oh my
did it
god.
cost you?
And it's like £7.
Garnacho wine. I'm surprised you got this on Target.
Well, there was a £3 bottle of because it recommended like 3 types of wine,
Right.
and the first one
That
I
is
saw.
bloody lovely. Sorry.
Oh, that is bloody lovely.
This is second
Sorry.
choice of type of wine, Garnacha, Garnucci. But I went with this one because it was £7. The other one was £3. I didn't want to buy a wine that was too cheap and it tasted shit. Bear in mind that is bitter. That's more bitter than it should be because that's been in the fridge for an hour.
Right.
I'm not supposed to do it with red wine apparently.
Yeah.
Crucify me.
Do you know what? I want some more.
It's gone already. What the fuck?
Is 14% an offer wine, or is that
No,
bad?
it's
No,
fair.
that's
as
about
well.
average.
Okay.
That's average. Yeah.
You won't get wine higher than 15, 16.
When I was necking in Paris, it was fucking 20%, I think.
I suppose they do it differently there, don't they?
Well, yeah, over there as well, wine is so cheap. Because
That
I,
is really.
It's just like
really
lovely.
they have like the grapevines and stuff over there, don't they? So
well,
it's like readily
only,
available.
I only drink cider and like whiskey pretty
I've
much.
noticed.
And
Yeah.
cider wasn't available in France for some reason because they're all fucking weird over there. Even though they have it with lunch, it's like normal. I couldn't get it in supermarkets, so I had to buy a bottle of wine.
Wasn't it until recently the French used to let kids like 14 up have
Yeah.
wine with their school
Yeah.
dinners?
Yeah,
So
I've heard
I
about
went
that.
into the supermarket and I was like, "Oh, wine's gonna be expensive. This won't be fun." Mate, €2 for a bottle of wine. I was
I
like,
know.
"What the fuck is this?"
Spain's the same.
So £1.50, isn't it? What, €2? £1.50, £1.80.
In Norway, that would be like €12.
It's the cheapest way to get pissed. Bottle of
Yeah.
wine. Didn't realise.
People
Cheers
do
to
it
that.
here, though. People
That is
do it here.
gorgeous.
To be fair,
That
Coke
is
goes well with a
gorgeous.
lot of things.
It's actually quite good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be off my head.
Should we just
Because
give
that's
the
way
whole
too
thing-
nice.
Should we give the whole thing to Jay?
Well, see,
I'll have the cork, you have the wine.
see if I can finish the entire thing before the end of the podcast.
I do want to try that wine on its own because I need to know if that's a decent wine. I don't drink wines, but it might be a good wine or a shit wine. I don't know.
Because you have to like smell it and like do all that shit where you do fucking like you're a
not
It
far
does.
proof.
It does mix well.
It mixes
For a
really
wine.
well. Way
Yeah,
too well.
I thought it would separate to an extent, especially if it being in the fridge.
Well,
but
it
it's not.
does.
It's actually alright.
It does look like it's separated. To be fair, you wouldn't think of wine as something that you'd mix it with like a Coke or something.
Don't
But
mix
this,
wine. If you
Yeah,
mix wine,
this is
I reckon
nice.
some pretentious bastards watching this will be like, oh my god, what are you doing?
you're
If you
holding it
show Alex-
wrong.
I can
Damn
taste the
fish.
bitterness of where it's been in the fridge, but without that,
Yeah.
it should be alright. It's probably also it's not the fruitiest of wine. Apparently, it's a beautifully smooth and well structured red wine with hints of ripe raspberry, cherry, and just a touch of spice.
And where did you get this from?
Tesco.
I think I know. I know where I'm going to that, boys. You'll
It was,
you'll find me in Tesco.
It's £7 or it's £6.25 if you have a club card.
Ooh.
Did you use a club card?
I didn't do.
Oh, nice.
I could have used my club card points actually because I've got
Oh,
I've
you just
got about
reminded me as
80 quid of club card points saved up. Like not even
well.
like
Hey,
How?
not even 80 quid have converted to vouchers.
Yeah,
80
just
pound
80.
in general. So I
How
can
do you
get.
check?
Hmm?
How do you
Uh,
check?
it's on the app.
So I've got
Yeah.
£160 worth of vouchers.
How
of
often
club
do you
card
go to
points.
Tesco then?
Every
6
day,
times
mate. I
a
live,
day.
I
Oh,
live
right,
underneath, above it, don't I?
Oh shit, yeah. It's a good Tesco as well.
So
You
with
get
the
everything there.
£160 of vouchers, I can actually buy 4 tickets to Blackpool Pleasure Beach for free.
Well,
You know what? I wouldn't turn that down.
I will.
I said I'll probably just use it on like the passes and stuff for me and Tamsin to go to. If we do go on like a mini holiday thing, I said we should go to Blackpool because it'd be funny. We can get into the pleasure beach for free. We can get into like the dungeons for
I
free.
went to Blackpool once when I was a child, and a seagull shot at me, and I never went back again. They didn't want
I
me
shoot as a seagull. It's Blackpool.
there. He was well. He might
It
have
could be the
been
man at the tower just going.
just Jake. He was there that day. Lobbing shit at people from the Blackpool Tower.
Joe, I'm interested to try out now as well. There's
Go
another
on.
wine combination which you do in, I don't know if it's Spain or somewhere else.
Sangria.
It's white wine with sparkling water, I think it is.
That sounds grim.
Or
Is that
the thing you can do it with Fanta as well. And it's like a bit of
That's
it's
all right.
like a
I'll do it with
spritzer.
Fanta.
Have
Yeah,
you
the
ever
mixes you
tried-
probably
have you
taste or
tried
something.
Sangria?
Hmm?
Have you ever tried sangria?
I think so.
It's like red wine with a load of fruit and crap.
Yeah.
Hang on,
But I'm doing to bring that
I have-
Mogu Mogu in for a week as well and see what that's like.
Oh no, he's checking his.
I have
Tesco.
£2.50 in vouchers. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Do you know yours, Jake?
I don't have a Tesco club card.
I
Is it
have.
not?
I
I
don't
have
have
Oh, you'd save money
I
if
think
you
I
had
have
one though.
£83.70 or something.
I will,
in
yeah, but I
points.
could
How many
save. I need to
vouchers?
get that next card, don't I?
I tried the Nectar card, but it never let me sign in for some
That's
reason.
what I mean.
Are you going to
yeah.
say how much money converts to the points?
Yes.
So it's 10. I think it's 10 pence is 1 point.
I think so. Yeah.
Because I spend 20 quid in there. Like,
Which is
once a week.
context of how much money I've spent in that Tesco underneath me.
Yeah.
Too
Most
much.
of it being on strawberry milk, probably.
Which milk do you buy?
Yazoo. I have my
Ah.
Yazoo or Yop, depends, because
Have you tried?
there's always one that's on club card while the other isn't, so I always buy the one that's on club card and it changes every few
Right.
weeks.
Have you tried the Belgian one? It's like shake some.
Yeah, they sell it in there.
I don't know. It's
It's on the
really
soft
thick
channel, yeah.
and creamy. I love it.
It's a glass bottle.
No, it's.
Oh, it looks like it's in a glass bottle. It's a
Yeah,
plastic
yeah,
bottle,
yeah.
looks like glass.
with a
Yeah.
golden lid.
It's got like it's a cow in the emblem, and it's surrounded
Yeah,
by
yeah,
words. Yeah, it's great.
Don't a lot of them have like cows on the emblem? From what I
Yazoo
remember.
don't.
Well,
Yop
well,
don't.
all milk. It's all
Nesquik
dairy
is a
in it,
bunny.
so.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nesquik is a bunny. By the way,
Yeah.
Nesquik chocolate milkshake is unbeatable. Nesquik chocolate milk is
I'm not a fan of chocolate milk.
I love it.
unbeatable.
You ever put chocolate milk in your cereal?
No, but my mum
No.
put some of my strawberry Yazoo in a cup of tea the other day.
What the
Did
fuck?
you like
Because
it?
there was no milk in that in me flat, so she went, I'm going to put some Yazoo in the tea. I went,
Okay.
enjoy. Apparently it was nice.
I remember I went on a school trip when I was like 16, and it was like you were staying over for like a weekend in these like little houses, and the only
Fucking
thing
good,
I
that.
what the
Sorry,
drink?
go ahead.
It is, isn't it? Why do you think I'm on my second? It's lovely.
But no, the only thing I brought for 3 days was like
Oh,
those
yourself
cartons of
another one.
chocolate milk, and I bought
try just the
24 of
one.
them. These fuckers are drinking wine.
sorry.
Should we change? Should we go on to the snooker?
I was
'Cause
gonna
wanna
say
talk
you.
about that.
Well, personally, before we go into the actual World Championship, you played a lot of snooker over the holidays, didn't you? You got
3
your
times.
practicing, yeah. So basically, if anyone who doesn't know,
I played.
Sorry, boys.
it's a bit different when you don't put coke in it.
Yeah, but it's been in the fridge, so it's even more better. Fuck,
I
that's
played
nice.
8 frames. I think I played 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I played 8
Didn't you play like almost every? Was it every other day?
frames. No, I only
How many
played 3
times?
because we were moving house, so I didn't go very often.
Get some coke in your
Yeah,
mouth.
so for everyone who doesn't know, Tom's dad's actually a decent snooker player. Well, I don't know. How would you describe him? Like, okay?
He's probably not as good as he used to be.
Yeah. Did you
But
say he
you-
could have been like an amateur player,
I don't know, but
potentially?
he knows cue ball control. He knows where to hit it. He can teach you the shit, but his eyesight fucks him up on the pot.
Yeah, so he could have been like an amateur or something.
Probably. He was always a golfer, though, my dad.
Yeah, it's person of all sports.
Causing
Yeah.
issues.
We are going to finish that entire bottle of wine. By the
To be
end
fair,
of
that's
this.
almost halfway down.
We like to drink with Jay.
Fine.
Fine.
It's
If
gonna cause
I
some
must.
issues.
But no, yeah, golf is my favourite sport. My main.
It's a shame you can't really play it more often.
I do like watching golf, to be fair.
I love playing it.
Hmm.
I haven't
Apart from
played
when
it
my
before,
temper
so.
gets up. I'll bring my golf clubs up next year and we'll play golf.
I do want to play golf. Oh, to be fair, I'll tell you what I've got in the studio that we need to ping around the field one week. I bought Joe those fucking Nerf.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I bought 3 of them the other day, so I've got 2 in the studio. Basically, Justin had one in his under his desk, and I threw it. Do you know my red building that I'm in, the Sutherland building, my university one?
Yeah.
I cleared that, and then hit a bit of the roof that was on top, bounced all the way back down into another roof. So as an apology, I went and bought them 3 Nerf darts.
We
but
were
he
going
didn't
to
want
sign
them.
up to do golf.
Yeah, but we did a football.
But we did American football instead.
We haven't got any like top golfs or anything like that over here, do we?
No.
No.
But although Matei, a friend of ours, his flatmate played golf for the uni, well, not for the uni, but he signed up for the lessons, and apparently the first day he was there, fucking Alan Shearer was in the bay next to him hitting golf
Yeah.
balls.
Well, don't the regular golf courses around here, the resorts, just have driving ranges?
Hmm.
Yeah,
It's got one of those.
because I don't think it's
like cheap,
uni
isn't it?
owned.
No, it's not close house. No, they play some tournament there. Like,
Well,
Did you watch the Masters? That's the topic, by the way. Did you watch the Masters over Easter?
I did.
Fucking
I was
unbelievable, isn't it?
shitting myself.
I thought
Rory
the
made
Shambo would have had it on the last day, but he bottled it so
Yeah.
badly. This is where, like, you know when we talk about football and Jake sits here, like, so confused. We're about to do the same thing now. We're so confused. I thought the Shambo had
It
it,
was
like.
2 points in it, wasn't he? 9 under going into the
It was
fourth day.
the-
Rory was 11 under.
First hole of final day. I'm about to call him Ronnie that. Fucking snooker, Jesus. Rory went 1 over. He went 2 over on the first hole, didn't he? Was it 1 or 2?
Something like that. He
Um,
bottled.
And then Bryson was going under as well, and then he took the lead temporarily.
But I think
Got any
Bryson
more
ended.
thoughts?
And Bryson had a really
I'll have a bit
bad. Was it hole
I've
8?
got to finish it first.
I don't remember what hole it was. I know he ended like day
I'll play
4,
some more.
3 over or something.
He was
4
minus
over.
8, and
Fill me up,
Rory
boy.
was minus 10.
Sir.
Rory ended it 13 under, I think.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I was like, as soon as it started, I was looking at my betting app and saying Rory McIlroy to win the Masters. Odds
I
of
had money on
16.
DeChambeau.
Did you bet on him to win?
No, because I was like, I don't think Rory's
I
gonna
put
do
money
it.
on DeChambeau on day 2.
I mean, this
I
is
heard of him. But
Yeah.
this is
thought he
Rory.
He has a
well.
YouTube channel, that's why.
Yeah,
Bryson
yeah.
DeChambeau.
He's owned, but he was bought out by the Arabs. Or
Yeah,
Liv.
because there's.
Oh yeah.
Do you know how
yeah.
darts split off?
Cheers,
Where you've
Jake.
got the PDC, and then there was like the BDO before that, and PDC was formed and players split off. Wasn't isn't there the there's another golf thing that's
The
split
Liv
off, and
Tour.
Bryson's in Live Tour, yeah,
yeah,
and then Bryson does that.
Yeah,
So
and
it was like Live Tour versus
Yeah,
PGA.
Because I put a bet on for one of the Live Tour players to
Yeah,
win the
yeah.
championship.
Bryson would have been
And he
the
got to
closest.
the final,
Could've been
didn't he? And then
But right, he
McIlroy-
bottled the 4th round.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he was tied of him for a bit. Then he just dropped off massively, and then I forget who it was. Who
was
was he
Justin
against?
Rose.
Justin Rose, yeah.
Yeah.
He just started going
Well,
fucking.
Justin Rose.
It was the
sunk-
second half of it was the last 9. He just
Mhm.
went fucking
Well, no,
under,
it was
under.
I think it was the 17th or the 18th. He sunk in a 15-foot putt.
Yeah, it was
for-
ridiculous.
For an eagle, and then he put him out from the running.
Who
And
was
then
the
Rory had to
fucking-
bogey the last one.
Who was the one he's got a funny name, it's like Breckland snooker, but every single hole he was on for a birdie and he was just missing the putts and he was going
Is it
par,
the
par,
Swedish
par.
guy?
Yeah,
I forgot his name.
He-
Something.
yeah,
I forgot his name.
yeah. He could have been 9 under.
Yeah,
He could have got
But this is his second Masters.
yeah. Because what's the record? It's 63.
I don't know.
He could have got. If hypothetically, if he did all his birdies and it went through,
Mhm.
which he almost did, some of them rolled out. It'd have been 62. Which would have
Scottish-
been what
yeah.
10 under.
I'm glad
Mental.
Scotty Scheffler didn't win it again.
Yeah.
Finally, someone from Europe wins the Masters again. Been a while.
He's
Yeah,
Irish,
true.
isn't he, McIlroy?
Northern Irish,
Yeah.
yeah.
Northern Irish.
That's his,
UK.
that was to win his triple
Well,
crown as
no.
well, wasn't it?
It's weird in golf.
That's why there was so much coverage, wasn't it? Because that was
Yeah.
like the crowning moment of his
Yeah,
career.
that was
Yeah,
it was the
yeah.
last thing that he needed.
Well, no, because he's won the 3 other Masters, but he never won the Masters.
Because it's been 10 years since he won the last
Ages,
one,
though.
wasn't it? Yeah.
He's-
It was
is he gonna
2012 when he
like-
won the last one.
Is he going to retire now or what? Is he?
No.
How old
He'll-
is he?
he'll probably
he wants
come
to,
back
he
to-
wants to win. He wants to hold a Grand Slam and win all 4 in a year.
He'll probably come back to defend his titles, and if he doesn't win any of them in the next year, he'll probably call it off there.
I
Do
mean,
you think he's going to do it or not?
I reckon he'll win one of them, but I don't think he's going to win the Masters
Oh,
again.
No.
Yeah.
Tiger won it 7 times. I think that's the most, or 5 times,
Mental.
one or the other. But like Tiger,
Well,
Have you
went-
refilled that with Coke or wine as well?
No, there's wine.
It
in
was
there.
that was wine.
I filled it up for it.
Yeah, Jake's van Palmen.
Yeah.
That's
No, but-
empty. Do you know what that means?
What?
Get the wine out.
Do you ever watch? Have you ever watched golf? Like, YouTube?
I have done, but not like with a lot of interest.
Have you ever
It's more
played
just
it?
like, oh,
I've played it before.
no, actually, I
but-
haven't.
I
No.
want to, but it's so
such
expensive.
it's expensive, but like, actually, if you go to a range and you have clubs, it's fine. But
Well,
such
it's
a
more
fun
expensive when
sport
you're
to play.
younger, and then so it's more. It's one of those sports where it's cheaper when you're younger and older,
Mhm.
but it's more expensive in the middle age.
Why is
Yeah.
that?
Because that's
They just
more when
charge
people
more.
have money and stuff, so they tend to.
Charge more.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like the most expensive range to play golf is when you're between 25 and 40, isn't it? Because that's
Mhm.
when you've got your job, that's when you're earning your money, so that's when you can play golf. And then you get a discount when you're younger, when you're a senior.
Oh.
I wonder how good I would have been if I never stopped playing.
That's got a head, by the way. Yeah, the ideal time to start playing golf is like
Well, I
not to
started
be
it-
professional, but like start enjoy your life with golf is at 8.
I started playing golf at 3. My dad
Fuck,
bought me a little golf
Mini
club.
golf or
No, the real golf. He got me a little golf club because I was quite tall, and I just went to the driving range, started whacking things with him. And then I started properly when I was like 6.
if I meant like you played mini golf when you were 3. That was like a Project Luke Littler to start me young.
Well, my dad's always been pretty good at
It's
golf.
croquet as well. All the I was supposed to say racket. All the club sports.
I was always natural, but I never had the aptitude. I always got really angry.
Right, hot topic.
Sucks.
How many
100 men or a gorilla? You've got to say
Who are
how
the
many
men?
gorillas.
Dave,
How many
go
men?
on. What do you think? Do you think yes or no?
Well, no,
Depends
give
on the
me-
man. Like,
Well, actually, I'll
Alright,
I'll
how about
do an
100?
alternate version of the question first,
Okay.
because it'll start a debate.
Yeah.
So, how many of you
Can take
do
a
you
gorilla.
think it would take to beat a gorilla?
do I have any training?
It depends on the tactics because
It depends on how. Yeah, it depends.
It's
on
about
how
tactics.
No, we'll
I
say
reckon.
we'll say no training. It's just who you are right now.
No, but not even just
Yeah.
training.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
reckon.
No, but
Jimmy,
you have different tactics to beat the gorilla. It depends on what you
depending on the
choose to
tactic,
do.
I think 100 of any of us could beat the gorilla.
Yeah.
I do
Based
think
on the
so.
fact that you split yourself into 20 teams of 5, 5 people run up, drop kick it, move out the way. Next 5, drop kick it,
No,
move
no,
out.
do you know what I'd
Like
do?
a cycle
It's
of
like
people.
volley
just
fire
drop-
for each
yeah,
other.
yeah.
No. Do you know what I'd do? I would have like 30 of us stand in front of it and taunt it, right? And then the
Get
70
angry.
Of us, yes, no, the 70 is from behind, just wail the fuck on it. So
Yeah,
it's
but when you
confused.
think about it, 100 people can't all hit at the once.
No,
You'll
that's
be
what I
hitting
mean.
yourself.
That's what I mean. So like,
You have to get up
And
behind
also,
it.
what
Are
the
we
hell-
allowed?
No,
what's
you
your
got-
hands gonna
you
do
got-
to a
no.
fucking gorilla? Have you seen its skin?
you go in waves, right? So you have the 30 guys in front, right? They're
There's
like
a few casualties.
they're chatting shit. Oh, I don't care. I mean, there's fucking 100 of me. So they're chatting shit. They're taunting the motherfucker, making him draw his attention, right? 70 of us, we send one line in of 10, right? They all wail the fuck on the gorilla, then they run away. The other guys taunt a little bit more, and if the gorilla turns around, then they send in 10. You know. And we
Joe,
just
I
try and
reckon there
pin
is
it in.
like, I reckon 100 men could beat a gorilla, but one animal they definitely couldn't. A hippopotamus.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, not a prayer. Yeah.
Because isn't like there's a statistic about how many people in I think it's Africa a hippopotamus kills
Kills.
per year.
It
It's
kills
the highest one.
mental.
It's
Yeah.
out of any animal, like the hippopotamus is up there for most human deaths.
Have you seen the force of the bite a hippo has?
Yeah,
Yeah,
There's a
it's-
video of
it's-
a watermelon in the mouth, and they just do this. It's
Yeah,
not even moving the
so
mouth
you do
fully
it
up,
with
and it
pumpkins as
crushes.
well,
They've
yeah.
got
Yeah,
because
like
people think that it's like crocodiles and stuff. They've got a really powerful bite force, and they have. But in terms of like bite force,
Hippos
they are like number
Up there,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen them? And they have like birds that pick on their teeth and
Yeah,
stuff.
they have. Yeah.
They're risking their entire lives just to
Yeah.
do that.
But like,
Getting a free clean.
they have a really thin layer of fat on the outside. They're all muscle hippos.
Yeah,
they
they
don't
are,
look
yeah.
like it, but they
They
are.
are muscle. Yeah.
And their teeth, they're insane.
They can run at 40 miles an hour
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, they're quick.
Yeah.
They're quick as such a fat animal.
Or they're 20 miles, one or the other. But like,
Mm.
I reckon. How many men do you reckon it takes to take on a grizzly bear? Because they could
Uh,
fuck up a gorilla.
Right,
That would be
let's be
issues.
honest, right?
Well, the problem is with the grizzly bear, one man could take a grizzly bear if he knew what he was doing.
No, he fucking could. There was a
Yeah.
Like, who need weapons? Who need weapons? if
grizzly
you used to
bear.
do
They're
it?
what 8 feet tall. They can beat a gorilla easily. Someone tested a grizzly bear strength, and they threw in a 700-pound barrel, and the bear swatted like it was fuck all.
I reckon Alex
Yeah.
Terrible could beat the grizzly bear. That's you just won't get that.
Yeah, but when it comes to the gorilla, though, the one thing you don't want to do is get it angry, because if it goes ape shit,
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
you will. Even 50 men would not be able. Maybe 100, but 50 men easily it would swat it out of the way.
Gorillas
they
and
are
grizzly
crazy.
bears.
Well, I think it'd be harder to.
Gorillas
take
are
down
harder to
a
anger,
gorilla.
They're,
Gorillas
they're,
are
Well,
smarter.
also grizzly bears can be tamed.
that's yeah.
I'll show you a very
Oh, there's a
cool
Russian
video
guy
after
on
this.
Instagram that
Yeah,
same
well,
one,
Alex
yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
yeah. Like,
He's the vocalist of a band that me and Tamsin like.
Oh, really?
And he's got like it's a grizzly bear is being tamed by people, and he uses it in all his music videos and stuff. He's actually friends with the bear. It's quite funny.
I've seen it. It's like bears
I'm
like
gonna
carrying
try
a
some
He's
Russian
like
flag and
cuddling the
stuff.
bear.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try something fucking weird, right?
What you gonna drink
Just
by
spit in
yourself?
the wine.
Are you gonna put Monster in it?
Oh, that's
Ooh.
that is
That
going to
prob-
cause issues.
That probably won't be that bad.
That's going to cause
I'm
heart
If it's
I'll
good
have
with
a,
Coke.
I'll have a sip of that.
Fine.
Well, no, just have a sip out of that. Have it.
Would be awful, so I've just done that for no reason.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What's it like? Any good?
It's not bad.
So it is.
I'm gonna get a tissue. I think I'll go in my pocket.
No, but yeah, when it comes to the gorilla, also what you're underestimating is the fact it has like pretty big canines as well.
That's lovely.
That's really lovely. That.
That is actually really nice.
What the fuck are we doing?
that,
What are we fucking doing?
is surprisingly really
Fine.
nice. I think after this one, if there's any
I think
more,
the Coke's better, to be fair, but it's not bad. But yeah, no,
get him
that,
some monster.
Yeah, were you concerned when I whipped out a bag and it was full of coke?
I knew that wasn't gonna be it, but I thought, okay, this
Give
can't be that
some
bad. No, but yeah, a gorilla as well. It's like it's supposed to be a meat eater, really, at the end of the day, and it will rip your flesh off if you
No,
try.
they're not. Gorillas are kind of
Omnivores.
No, they're not. They're
Yeah.
Herbivores.
herbivores. Yeah.
No, they eat meat.
We're getting raged
Oh,
now.
yeah. I'll have a sip of that.
Look it up.
All our primates are omnivores.
How about I'm gonna one up you? How about red wine, Monster, and Coke?
That is grim.
Hang on.
Do you know what this feels like? Do you know when you're a fucking kid and you went in the bath and you poured all your mum's expensive fucking
Things
bath
together,
things
yeah,
the
yeah,
same
yeah.
things.
It's making the meanest concoction ever.
Gorillas are primarily herbivores. Their diet consists mainly of plants,
Oh,
including
that one.
leaves, stems, fruits, and bamboo
It doesn't
shoots.
taste of
Although
anything.
they occasionally consume small insects like ants, termites, they don't eat meat as a regular part of their diet. So they can eat
Oh.
meat.
Their
but they
teeth
don't.
are designed though. They do
Neutralised
rip
each
flesh.
other. It doesn't taste of
Yeah.
anything.
Do you
They
know
have
what
molars though to chew the vegetation.
So, do you want a sip of that?
It tastes of nothing.
Nothing, yeah, yeah.
Cheers, guys. Oh, really treated me today.
All the flavour. There's no wine, Coke, or Monster in that. I've just neutralised the flavours.
It's like, you know, when you go to Pizza Hut and you put all the like
Yeah, it
drinks
is,
at
yeah.
once.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
same taste.
Do you want a sip, Tom?
I'm alright. Nah, but I reckon Jake's got the best chance out of all us because he's bigger,
Yeah.
right?
Probably.
So it'll take a gorilla longer to take on
Muscle
one of him
and
than it would take on
speed,
one of
yeah.
us.
But you've also got to have brain. Right, like think about
I'll have you know.
it. But no, at the end of the day, you've got to start by coming up behind it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going on that you're not there.
What,
to begin
good
with.
back shots, yeah?
Oh, cheers, Jake. Can you imagine it? No, can you imagine a child if Jake and a
100
gorilla-
men giving a gorilla back shots.
thing is, there was a fucking gorilla, like a hunter in Africa, and I've seen the picture, and a gorilla walked up and just nonchalantly ripped the fucking dude's head off. Right? That's how strong a gorilla is.
Where's the video?
I saw it on Twitter. I know it was like a picture or some shit, and the gorilla ripped his head off.
That easily
And
just.
had the one
Yeah.
the body in his hand, the head in the other one. Because
We've
it
seen
was
like
in
the
his
fucking
territory.
giraffes
Yeah.
at the site. They just ping a leg out and
Oh, yeah,
fly.
giraffes
Boom
kick.
a lion.
Giraffes kick with, like, I don't remember the force, but, like, the force that they kick with is unbelievable.
Fucking Barbie outside said he could take on a giraffe. I'm like, no,
Nah.
you could.
No,
And
you
he said
couldn't.
he'd cut
No.
block it and take out its legs.
That was the video of the giraffe where it's like protecting its kid, its boots, a lion, and starts doing the gritty.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
Didn't it kick its baby while doing that as well?
Yeah, it booted its own
Yeah.
child
Yeah.
like a lion, and the lion went, fuck.
It kicked with that much force, it knocked out, like, the
Its
child,
child.
and it also knocked out, like, the lion. that
It must be
hit it.
pretty hard being
Yeah.
a giraffe when your head's all the way up there. You're trying to look down. Like it's hard like, to
Can you
coordinate.
imagine, the worst animal in Africa must be the zebra. Because
Yeah.
they're not camouflaged as anything. They're not
Yeah.
even as big as a horse or as strong as a horse.
And
Yeah.
they're surrounded by
Right.
yellow sand.
Yeah, yellow and fucking things that want to kill it.
So when Arctic camo in a jungle, like, it's not good for
You
you.
are right, like you know when it comes to like evolution and you're supposed to camouflage, your skin's supposed to go without the background.
Well,
and you have
well,
a
you evolve
like how has a
based
zebra
on...
evolved?
That's
Like
what I mean, because evolution works because something needs to happen that's not currently happening to like ensure that species survives. So obviously the zebra at some point needed black and white
Yeah.
fur
And a mohawk.
and a mohawk. Otherwise it wouldn't have happened.
It's like I guess like a panda as well. Like how on earth have they got like the black and white in the rainforest where it's like
Yeah.
all green?
Well, one thing that I think of when we talk about evolution is the platypus. I don't know if you you all know why the platypus is such a freak of nature.
Because it's supposed to
You
be like
don't.
a mammal and a reptile at the same
Yeah,
time.
so it's a mammal, but it lays eggs,
yeah.
and it
It's a
doesn't.
secret agent and a spell.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It doesn't produce milk from nipples. It produces milk
I wonder what your Google
on
searches
its,
have been.
on its
Fucking hell.
skin. It's like it's got a duck beak that can sense electric current in the water, and
It frequently saves the city from an evil man. That's
yeah,
what it does.
yeah, it does,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's got webbed feet as
It's
well.
got
That
webbed
reminds me
feet
of,
as
I
well,
saw,
yeah.
I saw an
Yeah.
Instagram reel the other day of like the first. Imagine someone trying to sell a chicken to a farmer who doesn't know where the chicken is, and it's like, yeah. So it's basically a big food meatball that doesn't need fed because it eats the ground, and occasionally it just creates free food every day for no reason. And don't worry, because if you don't collect it to sell, that food will just turn into another chicken meatball.
Yeah,
It's a meatball that makes food, doesn't need feeding, and its
Cheat code.
products
How-
can then turn into more of them.
I'm gonna look a real idiot here because I don't know this. How do chickens? Do they have sex?
Yeah, so
Yes.
Like, how do they
It-
have sex?
so they'll lay an egg every single day normally, yeah. But
Yeah.
if they get bonked, then that egg gets fertilized,
Fertilised,
and then
yeah.
if it gets left, it turns into another chicken.
Right.
Yeah.
So for it to happen, a hen has to be around.
So we
Or like
eat
a roost-
non-bonked eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there will just be just a chicken that lays eggs that
Yeah.
will not be surrounded by other chickens.
Yep.
So then the eggs can't get fertilized. But if the egg is if the chicken's in the presence of like a hen or a rooster, then
The
the eggs
aura,
get
yeah.
the eggs get fertilized. Yeah.
For a guy, I eat what 30 eggs a week, and I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just unfertilized. Like,
Basically, women get pregnant because the guys aura around them just pregnant.
Oh yeah,
Makes you
if you,
find that well.
Or just
there's
Jude
this-
Bellingham. Just
There's this video. It's the I don't remember what species of bird it is, but there's this species of bird that the female gets like mated by the male so quickly. Sometimes she doesn't even know it's happened.
What?
Is that your cover story from last night?
No,
You know what?
I saw
You're
it-
probably. Is that like the hummingbirds? Because they're
Oh,
like.
so-
really
yeah, oh yeah,
cute.
it might be or something like that. But literally, it was this video of this like female just sitting in a nest. The male comes over, like sits on top of her, and then within like 2 seconds, he flies off, and she's
Wow.
just been fertilized.
Premature.
I wonder why
ejaculation,
evolution
like
needed that.
No, it,
Fair enough.
that. Fuck, he's coming. He's coming.
It's with the SpongeBob. Want to see me do it again?
oh,
To be fair, I was looking at the 100 gorilla thing right the other day, and the
Look at
people in the
100
comments.
gorillas.
No, you know what I mean. The 100 man versus
100 gorillas versus one
No.
man. Who?
Jake. But at the end of the day, there were people in the comments being like, "Men have no chance, right?" But I think we underestimate ourselves from how good, like, how where we got ourselves today from where we were thousands of years ago. Because we used to live in a world where there were animals bigger than elephants back then, mammoths, saber-toothed tigers.
the only
Every animal back then was actually more dangerous than the animals
If it
we
was
have
100
now.
prehistoric men versus the gorilla, then maybe.
Like, I know we use
100
weapons.
Got
cavemen.
weaker over time.
yeah,
But no, it feels like we got weaker over time
got
because the things we
smarter.
did back then
Yeah,
were
yeah,
so
yeah.
good. It was like mental to think we even did those things. We crossed continents back then.
Cavemen didn't have pronouns.
But it's like,
times were simpler back then.
but you could put them in any situation and they survived, and that's why we still exist today,
Well, no,
and
but
that's
yeah,
why
most
we're
of
the
their
most
thing
successful
was,
species.
Cliff, there, we run, it fall. That was
Yeah.
most of their.
No.
that was it.
But that's how they kill like mammoths. They pushed like literally with spears. They scared the mammoth into falling
Yeah.
off a cliff.
well, that's
Mental.
the only reason we became as dominant as we are today is because
They had a
we
brain.
are the only mammal that can stand up on 2 legs and we can
Upright
throw,
as well.
we can throw things
Yeah.
without falling over. We're the only mammal that's able to do that. Because if you look at like gorillas, or like monkeys,
I've seen a gorilla run like it needs to take a
you know,
shit.
yeah, he can run, but it can't throw things.
This
Like,
might be a lie
Yeah.
because what
Well.
of those monkeys are fucking hide their own shit. The ones with the red
Yeah.
arses, baboons. That's it.
Yeah, but that's
They
It landed on the person's,
Yeah,
it
but
landed on the person's face in the video.
yeah, but they're sat down though, aren't they? They're not They can't do bipedal and throw things. It's one or the other.
and that's
why we have
such an advantage because balance is so important.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's one thing we also
Do you know what
underestimate
and then we-
evolution.
Yeah, but do you know what pisses me off, right? We're the superior primate, right? Well, I said-
Supposedly.
yeah. Some of us
We're
maybe
not. We're not.
We're
but
starting drinking
suppose-
red wine and coke, mate. I wouldn't call us a super.
no, but no. We,
Now that you mention it.
we built cities.
Fine.
We built cities like Stoke-on-Trent, right? We're
Yeah.
fucking brilliant. But then the fucking chimp is 1.5 times as strong as a man, and they're what, that tall? What the fuck?
Have you seen that chimpanzee who like ripped a person's face
We
off?
are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fucked.
And it was like she
We've
didn't
had
even do anything wrong.
3
She was just
quarters
sitting
of
in the
this
car.
We are
and
gonna
then
be
he
licked.
just came
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
yeah,
you had
yeah.
the phone call.
It's nice.
Yeah, it was on the phone call. And it was like, you can hear it in the background, and it was going like absolutely mental. It was crashing out. And
Yeah.
this is the thing with these apes. They crash out and they don't stop until they're like, they've
Calm.
absolutely ripped they've turned someone into a carcass.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy thing about them.
That sounded like he was like about to go on some like political UKIP rant. That's the thing about these apes. Like, oh no. I was like, when Nigel Farage walked in the podcast room, I was like, oh no.
Boring.
Boring.
You go for more.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do I need to go from mid podcast journey to Shop Central?
You
The
might.
cheapest. You have to have wine in there, you know.
Oh, Tom, you fill up your glass, mate.
Come
Come
on, I'm
on.
in a pool tournament. I've got to get locked in.
Yeah, well, yeah, you are getting locked in with wine and coke.
Right. Speaking of pool and things you hit with a wooden stick, snooker.
Today.
You started that with S and I thought he was about going on a different route.
Yeah.
Balls and things you hit with sticks.
What is your opinion of the World Championship so far?
It's not been.
Great.
Well,
Nah, it's
before
been-
the tournament, I put a quid on Ding. I was very
Did
upset
you?
when he
Oh,
got
really?
absolutely pile drived by Breckle.
I don't like Breckle. He just seems like he swags on the
So-
table.
And
Like,
he's Belgian.
Have we got a little cloth? With a little spillage.
Fine.
We've got the Hindu quiz.
hang on.
No.
No, we need something proper, don't we?
Right, did have a tissue.
Give me your
proper.
fucking head. Enough of the wine.
Spillage is leakage. Who did that?
I think, to be fair, the quality of the snooker championships,
no.
it's
Ronnie-
been a bit hit and miss. Some of the games
Yeah.
have been really long-winded and slightly boring for most people who like
Well,
big snooker.
it was one of the first round games I watched between two of the Chinese because they would literally just do defensive snooker the entire
Yeah,
time.
be like Selby and
Yeah.
Wollaston as well. Yeah, and it wasn't very
But no,
fun
like
to watch.
it was at the same time. I think Ronnie was playing his first round game, and I think it was Ronnie. They got through their 7 frames in the morning session. Those two went through 5 frames in the entire morning session. One of the games was like
Wow.
55 minutes.
Jesus.
Imagine you played a 55-minute frame of snooker just to lose.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like in the it's like in the Sean Murphy versus Judd Trump game where
Took ages.
the
Yeah.
first frame of the day they grinded off 45 minutes, and then Sean Murphy had the break for the second frame, and he immediately did a bad break and he left the pot open immediately.
Yeah.
And Trump dropped the century break on him.
Yeah, do you know
Imagine
what?
he just grinded off 45 minutes.
Do you know what I
to
do
get a century break
sometimes?
straight after.
If I'm watching one of the games, I check the score for the other game, and sometimes it hasn't moved, and I'm
Yeah,
wondering, like,
yeah,
is it
yeah.
not loading? And I just
Yeah.
realised it takes that long.
It's still the same game.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
That's
And,
why
yeah.
my dad always says when I'm playing with him, if you can't pot, play safe. And I'm thinking, yeah, but I don't want the frame to last 6 hours.
How much
yeah.
you paid £8 an hour for this frame of snooker?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And it wears you down mentally. It makes you less want to play the
Yeah,
next
yeah.
one, the next
It
one,
also
the
makes
next
you
one.
realise just how slow we are at playing. If you think they can get through 7 frames in like,
Well, yeah, we also don't
Our
have some
frames-
Donny and gloves picking
No,
the
hang on,
balls
how
up
long-
for us.
When we played on Tuesday,
Tuesday.
how long we were there for? What, 2.5 hours? And we played 6.
6.
Was it 2.5 hours? About, or
2, it
about
was
2?
more 2. 2.
2. We played 6.
Ronnie
what's that?
O'Sullivan and Xiao Sing Tong got 8 in an hour and a half.
Yeah. So we're not that far off.
Wasn't terrible.
And what was the score of those 8 frames?
4-4.
Yes, and what was the score of the 8 frames this morning?
I don't want to say.
Yeah. Oh no.
I reckon Ronnie said that.
Ronnie's washed. No, to be fair,
I'm not
he's got a
scared.
new key, wasn't he?
I'm not scared because he said he's going to give himself 2 years to figure his game out, and if he can't do it, he's going to retire. So we've got
The thing
another
is,
2
like,
years of Ronnie snooker.
Pros are so backwards compared to like regular people playing pool because
Mhm.
whenever I get a new cue, I feel better.
Yeah,
Whenever
yeah.
they get a new cue
They
because
feel
they're used to
shit.
using the same cue
That's
for
so
most
true.
of their
Like the
career.
first time I tried out that
Yeah.
cue that I bought off you, I beat Bailey with it. I'm like, right, I'm keeping this.
Like the pros are used to using the same cue and getting it retipped thousands of times before
Yeah.
they buy a new cue because they're used to the weight of it, like the
Yeah.
grain of it, and like all sorts of
I
shit
mean,
like
they do
that.
play 8 hours a
But
day.
then whenever I pick up someone else's cue, like I used Bailey's for a game and I felt good. I used Joe's for a game with his 8.5 tip or his 8 tip, whatever he's got.
Who's Joe? You met the
One of the
Oh,
builds
oh,
at
yeah,
Sheffield
yeah.
United.
Sheffield, yeah.
He's got an 8mm tip on his cue, and I was like, that is
Oh, wow.
wild. I tried it, hit the best break of my life of it. I know you're not like, you're
What
supposed
size
to use
tip?
a heavy cue for a break and stuff
Yeah.
like that. He's got a light 8 cue, and I used that in the best break of my
What
life.
size tip is on the one that I bought from you? 9.
9.
Yeah.
Same as the one
Yeah.
I've got there is 9.
I don't mind 9. I might buy like a full-on snooker one and get 9.
I did want to buy an 8.5, but like I like the aesthetics of my cue as well. Like I've got the
Yeah,
red
yeah.
cue now, haven't I?
Mm.
And the only size you could get in was 9, so I went.
I'm gonna
Might
buy a
as well get it.
9.5 like proper full-on snooker cue
Yeah.
over the summer.
I'd love to try it, like fucking, because I've tried using darts before. Like the normal dart weight that I use is 23 to 25 grams for a dart. That's fairly normal. The dart shop I go to has 12-gram darts and 50-gram darts, which is essentially like fucking hide a brick. But like you can get really versatile ones. I'd love to try like a custom-made 2mm tip on a pool cue. See how shit it is.
I'd love to try a John Parrish cue because they take years to make.
Or like a 20mm tip.
Oh yeah,
where you
isn't
just-
there like,
like,
is it
use
like
the
a
back of
10-year
your cue.
wait list or
There's an
something?
8-year wait list.
Yeah,
Parrish
it's
cue.
ridiculous.
They fast track people like Ronnie O'Sullivan though.
It's like, do you know
Oh,
that
yeah.
Rake147, the guy on Instagram, he does like the routine instructor, that guy. He's
No.
got a cue from Eagle Cues in Thailand, and he said it took him like 4 years. He applied for it before he even started his Instagram and his reels and stuff, and it only just arrived. It's mental. It's because pill cues, like, it's so, like, fucking, they need the perfect grain of wood and
Mhm.
everything,
Yeah.
or else
And
it
if you
doesn't-
spent
yeah.
what 800 quid on a cue and it's slightly bent,
Yeah.
how pissed off would you be?
Yeah.
Well, even 800 quid, some of the cues are grands and grands and grands.
Yeah.
Well, can you imagine if a producer spends years making a cue and on the final part of what they're making, they accidentally make a mistake and then they do it
Yeah,
wrong?
yeah.
They've got to start all over again with something
Yeah.
else. It's just mental, and your clients aren't going to be too happy when they find out you made a mistake.
Yeah, and you've got to wait another 5 years for you
Yeah,
to do it.
exactly. But yeah, with Ronnie, what he did last night was he changed it from a titanium tip to something else. I can't remember what it was called.
Titanium tip is wild.
Is that what?
Yeah.
Wait, is that when he played? Yes, when he was.
No, last night he changed the tip of his cue to something
That's
else.
why he's playing
Yeah.
shite.
Well, apparently he went to the practice table last night, played for 2 hours,
Mhm.
and one of the commentators said he was playing really well in practice.
Mhm.
Came out this morning, lost 8-0, so he couldn't.
The thing
he
is,
hasn't
though,
been playing that
people.
well.
Ronnie's.
Titanium tip?
Something
Yeah,
like that.
that's why it's silver now.
Like actual tip tape. So instead of leather. That is
Serve
bizarre.
leather, yeah.
No. Just
I thought it was like the
you know, it's
ring
usually
around
brass.
it.
Yeah, but it's
yeah.
titanium.
I thought it meant a titanium tip. I'm like, what the? That does miscue central. What the?
No,
It's
but
a Newbridge Q-tip, that.
I know because you only isn't the tips you can get on your pool cue. It's leather, right? You can get phenolic as well, but they're banned in most pool holes.
No, I think it's mostly just leather.
Phenolic
think
is a
so.
tip you can use. Like it's on brake cues.
We'd have to use a different chalk for that, though. For that material.
Possibly because
Yeah,
phenolic
so-
it's really harder to use for. It's a brake cue in pool.
yeah.
It's like they
Thing
use it
is-
in like the professional pool, not snooker, because it transfers power through the cues so hard. The pool holes ban it. You can't just use it in like fucking spotlights
Why
My
do they
brain-
ban it? Is it just because they...
because it annihilates the white ball.
Alright.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the videos of that? It's normally like the Asian pool players where like they fucking absolutely twat the ball and it like the ball shatters.
Yeah.
Or it goes straight up and destroys the roof. That's a phenolic tip.
Right, so that's you can kind of tell from the break off where. Okay.
But if you think about it, if there's one player that can come out tomorrow and win 13 frames, it's Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Yeah, but you have to use
Yeah.
his all cue.
It's like what I
Yeah.
said earlier. Luca Vassell, he had the biggest comeback in Crucible history.
What was it?
He was 14-5
Was that the year
down.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he won. It was 14-5 down in the semi-final.
Yeah.
Ronnie O'Sullivan is 12-4 down.
hmm
So it would take an even bigger comeback.
Yeah, I mean, it's easily doable because snooker, like, it is luck
But
of the draw. Like,
the
if
way
a
he's
lucky-
been playing, though, suggests that he's not going
yeah,
to be
but
able
the way
to
he's
do
been
it.
playing.
Vassell came back in multiple games
Mhm.
in when the year he won.
Well, even if like
Even
theoretically,
Ronnie was doing it the other day, like when he won 4-4, he was coming back when.
yeah,
Yeah.
but not like a big comeback, like from 5
No,
or 6
but
down.
like he was like 60 points down and he'd come back and clean
but-
up
yeah,
the
but
table.
he's not being
I
pushed,
saw
he's
that,
not
that was
being pushed.
ridiculous
No.
for him.
This tournament, he's hardly been pushed, and
No.
then he's playing against some really good player, and now he's finally being pushed.
But because of his
It's
cue
really
ball,
difficult.
the only thing that makes me think he can do it is his cue ball control around the black is still pretty good,
Yeah.
and he's only made like 2 mistakes on it throughout the entire
Well,
tournament.
well, didn't he say before he played this like guy he's playing now? Didn't he say that this was actually going to be a challenge for him? 'Cause he
yeah,
said,
well,
yeah,
he said
well,
that before.
he
Xi
said-
Jinping.
Is he?
No,
Is
yeah.
he the
Xi
one
Jinping.
see the
Xi
Chinese
Jinping.
player?
Huh?
yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I'm expecting him to punish it," and he didn't. He almost did, but Ronnie still. But that's what I mean.
To be
Ronnie-
fair, I'm surprised Si Xiaowei did as bad as he did because he gave
Yeah, yeah.
Ronnie so many chances, and when Ronnie missed and gave
Mhm.
Si a chance, he didn't
The
capitalise
thing
on it.
is,
And that's why he
Ronnie's-
lost the game.
Ronnie's safeties today were diabolical.
Yeah.
Yesterday they were pretty good, but today he was like leaving balls just on the
But
table
he
every
looked,
time
he
took
looked
safety.
tired as well when he was sitting
Mhm.
in a chair. And
That's
he
what I
was
was about to
moping
say. I
around.
reckon even if like Ronnie does a miracle, yeah, and he fucking wins the next session 8-0, it's gonna be on. They'll have to do 2 sessions in the same day, won't they? So he's
Mhm.
gonna.
But
He's
like
gonna
Higgins and the
he'll turn
Chinese
around
guy.
at 8-0 his first session here and make it 12-12.
Mhm.
But he'll be so burnt out from it that he's probably gonna lose the second session anyway.
Mhm.
I
When do
reckon-
they play
yeah.
the second? The next
Is it this
It's
session?
season?
7 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
But I
today,
reckon
or is
even-
not Judd Trump playing?
To be fair, he
He's
might be
playing right
fine
now.
then because if
Right.
he does a really good session today, even say 7-1 or 6-2,
How?
he has overnight to recharge.
He
But if it
needs
was
to-
like,
yeah.
if it was he came back this morning and then had this afternoon, then
How's
he'd be
Judd been
fucked.
playing? Do we know the
He's
score?
been playing
It is
really
5,
well.
I think.
It was yeah A5. It was 7-5 last time I checked. I think.
When
What
I was,
time-
I
He's
was,
clocked out now because he's done his century. He's got 100 grand
Mhm.
anyway.
I was surprised so hard that Mark Williams beat John Higgins because
Mhm.
Higgins has been
Yeah.
playing really well.
Did you watch that final frame?
I
Yeah, it's
didn't.
mental.
Did you watch it?
Went out
In the
with
final
Raiders.
blue?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I thought John Higgins was probably going to get it in because he is perfect when it comes to the situation from coming
Mhm.
back from behind.
Well, those
and
games are always class West champion versus
Yeah.
champion.
Yeah.
it was fantastic.
Sol told me that he encountered the twins and they were watching. Who was it? Chris Wakelin instead or something.
Yeah, basically,
yeah.
while Williams and Higgins was on, 2 of the best of all time, the 2 qualifiers, they were watching them 2, and I said, "Why aren't you watching the 2 champions?" And he said, "Oh, because these 2 are qualifiers, and it's not you don't normally get these 2 that come so far into the tournament. It's,
How
it's
often-
really
isn't
good
it-
to
isn't-
watch."
That's a guaranteed qualify at the semi-finals,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
But how often do you see Mark Williams play John Higgins
He
in the
lives it.
Yeah,
semi-final?
true.
in
And
by the way,
final of
Especially in the
World
Crucible as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not
Yeah.
going to be around for that much longer,
No,
really.
they're going
No.
to retire. So, I mean,
It's like
Stephen
Luke
Hendry-
Humphries and Luke Littler play each other borderline every month in the darts, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes even every week. But seeing it in the World Championship
Yeah, yeah.
final, you'd be like, yeah, fuck.
Like, I really wanted to see Ronnie play Judd Trump in the final. But
Yeah,
I want
well.
to see like full power Ronnie play current Judd Trump world #1. That's what I wanted.
But the
to
problem
see.
with Ronnie, he's not been full power throughout the entire
No, he's
tournament.
not. No.
And that's a
which
problem.
is depressed. But I reckon he's that level higher than every player that's ever been Ronnie.
Yeah, his like not
He's
so
a Phil
good.
Taylor of snooker.
Yeah,
Mhm.
his not so good is most players really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
That's
that's
a
why
good
he's got to the
comparison.
semi-final of the World
Yeah.
Championship by not even playing his best because the standard's that high.
Exactly. So that's why I reckon it'd still be an interesting game if you were to get to the final.
But the thing is with Zhao Xing Tong, he seemed so calm today. He was like
Yeah.
Jimmy White. I mean, the commentator said it. He was playing so fast. He was playing a bit like a young Ronnie
he was
O'Sullivan.
playing faster than Ronnie.
Yeah.
Ronnie was at 20-something seconds.
Because he had the confidence of Ronnie. Because when you don't have much table time in snooker and you're sitting there watching your
Yeah,
opponent
yeah.
pop ball after ball after ball, your confidence just dies down.
Yeah.
The thing
You're
is
more
that-
like to miss.
Yeah, trust me.
The
mate,
only
I'm aware.
thing, the thing is, no, I'm not comparing the two, but when I play S&D and I'm up fucking 5 rounds, right?
Yeah.
And you start thinking this is in the bag,
Yeah.
and then you start fucking around, and then he wins one, then he wins another because you're just fucking around. I reckon it could happen, and then you lose your mental more if they come back than if you just piss.
I
them.
reckon he can. I reckon he will come back.
Put it
I'm
this way,
not shocked.
it's first to 17.
I think
I'm gonna check the betting odds right now. Out of curiosity.
Go on then.
Jake, it's first to 17. He's 12-4 down, so he needs 13. His opponent needs 5, so he needs to win 13-4.
Let's have a look.
Max.
It's happened before.
Well,
Reece
Vassell.
checking the
but
betting
not by-
odds.
not by
I'm
this
surprised
much.
there.
You-
Oh yeah, I
If you
won,
want to
eight-
put 50p
I
on
won
it, you'll get a good
fucking. I
amount.
won 80 quid on my bets yesterday.
You did, yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah.
Bruno. Can't believe I'm
Man
chanting
United
Man
are good for
United
one
there.
thing, and that is winning.
Winning
money.
Reece
SOS, save our season. To be fair, it wasn't the best performance, but it was a good result for you guys.
3-0,
Very good
yeah.
result.
Oh,
Our
the day when
defence
he
is still.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
well.
at Old Trafford, I can imagine at Old Trafford, Athletic Club, I think they could score 1 or 2. And if they do that,
Hopefully
your
we
crowd
can
will
score
turn.
2 as well, though.
Yeah,
No,
if
like
they
fucking
silence the crowd
Chelsea
early on.
and United are in the final now. That's done and dusted.
Tottenham as
Tottenham
well.
and Bodo Glimt 3-1 That's still possible.
Oh, Bodo Glimt known for coming
Well,
back at home.
Bodo Glimt got a goal away. By
Yeah,
the way. They're
and
at home next.
they've got a very good home record apparently.
Yeah.
So,
Hopefully
yeah.
Tottenham bottle it, because I don't really want any form of stress in the final.
Well, I
I'm
think
just
Bodo
honest.
Glimt to be more
Although-
stress in the final than
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Although, yeah, but if we beat
because
Tottenham,
they have no reason to win. They shouldn't win.
all
So
I,
that's pressure if you do lose.
all I
And they've
care
gone further
about,
than they expected to.
Tottenham are with you in the league, so therefore, if
Yeah, I
they
know.
beat you, it's on par. If you lose to Bodo Glimt in a final, I will never let you live that down.
It doesn't even sound like a real team. Bodo Glimt.
It's the same as if we lost against in the semi-final of the Champions League. You'd never see me in a Chelsea shirt again.
all I care about is that Arsenal lose to PSG and Man United win the final. So in our 2 shittest seasons of all time, we're still better than Arsenal.
Snooker.
Not in the Premier League, though.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather be in Arsenal's position than Man United's position.
Yeah, but then they've won. Fuck what? You said yourself we get 100 million if we win, and we
Yeah,
get to the
but-
Champions League next year.
Yeah, but you're still
Anything's
15th.
possible. Anything's possible.
But
Yeah,
we
I
also
would like an English final to be fair.
So,
That'd be good for the Premier League.
Yeah, so would I.
yeah, but like,
Ronnie O'Sullivan to win the frames 9-1. That's
What's
to win the
Xiao
match.
Xintong?
To win the match. 1-25.
right. But no, I mean Arsenal.
Put a quid on Ronnie. Go on.
I haven't got a quid in my account. I withdrew all the 80 quid last night.
Good for you. It's good that you're not reinvesting it back in. Because you'd lose it all.
I'll be reinvesting it this weekend.
Why? What's on this weekend?
Premier League.
Last
play
round of
Chelsea
championship
Wednesday,
games as
don't
Yeah,
well.
we have Liverpool and betting against us. Because if we beat Liverpool, yay. If we lose against Liverpool, money.
To be fair, Liverpool might not even be up for it.
Yeah,
I
they'll
mean, they've
be
probably been
pissed off the
celebrating.
Anfield.
They've already won. They've been kicked out of the
Yeah,
Prem.
but
no, the Champions
there's 3
League.
things certain in life: death, taxes, and Chelsea not beating Liverpool. There
Well,
was
now
like-
that you said that, I think I'm
there
gonna
was, a
get some
period, there was a
money.
period of time, I think it was 2021 to like 2023, where we played against them in a bunch of cup finals and the league all in the
Yeah.
same year. We went 900 minutes as a draw,
Yeah.
not including
Unbelievable.
penalties and stuff. We played 900 minutes of regulation and extra time, and obviously injury time and shit,
Yeah.
as a draw.
And the amount of shots that you had against them as well.
How
We had like
Unbelievable.
1-1s, one like in the league, 2-2s in the league, 0-0s in the cup finals and stuff, which are obviously penalty shootouts.
Yeah.
We played like fucking 3 cup finals in the row that all finished as draws.
No,
The
you lost
one
1-0
was
last
2 in
year.
the same year.
You lost 1-0.
That wasn't 1-0. That was 0-0. Went to the final.
Because Virgil van Dijk
No,
scored ahead of
no,
League Cup.
No, it was 0-0 because it was the penalties, wasn't it? Because
That's 2022.
we got it was the penalties last year because we got crucified as $1 billion.
Hey Tom, get your phone out.
We were the
League Cup
billion,
final 2024.
we were the £1 billion bottle jobs. We lost on penalties.
Gary Neville said that because I'm sure it was Virgil
I
van Dijk.
swear it was penalties.
Let's see,
League
let's see,
Cup-
let's
League
see.
Cup
Have I had too much wine? I thought it was penalties.
That was 2022 because it was as
What year?
Kepper, Mr.
What year?
Penn.
What year?
2024.
Oh, it was what? Yeah, you're right. You're right.
2024.
And then
EFL
Gary
Cup
Neville in
final.
commentary
Yeah,
said
'cause I was
£1
watching
billion.
it in here.
Yeah,
Bottle
1-0
jobs.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After
You're right.
extra
You're right.
time
You're
though.
right. You're right.
But it was
It's
unbelievable.
kicking in now, isn't it?
This way.
But there was a time where like you would have the upper hand over Liverpool, like late 2000s, early 2000s.
Yeah, we had Eden Hazard at that point.
Liverpool have been shit for
And
the last
Drogba.
20 years until recently.
Yeah.
Until
Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp came in.
Yeah.
It is the Man United fans speaking out of bitterness because they're now the most successful club in England. You know.
Yeah, but they're still worth shit. Man United's the richest club, so they can fuck off.
Who do you think monetarily are the 5 most valuable players in the Premier League right now?
Haaland,
Haaland's
Haaland.
Monetarily. I think
Isaac.
Haaland, Isak as strike attacks.
I would have said
Saka,
Cole Palmer at the start of the season.
No.
But
I wouldn't
Not
say
anymore.
Saka yet.
Saka is.
he probably
He's
would
24.
Be. He probably
and
would be.
it will take 160 million to get him out of Arsenal. Academy talent.
Right.
He's essential to them.
We've got three: Isaac, Haaland, Saka.
Not yet. Belieber will be eventually. Get off me fucking line.
But we're talking about right now.
Phil Foden, 24-year-old English.
I don't like Foden.
Is that you?
I don't either. But
He looks
play-
like he hangs
he's a-
around McDonald's at
He's
12
a
a.m.
10. That's why. He's a 10. English. He's 24.
You know what? Not Mo Salah because he's too old. Too old for us.
Yeah, but the thing is,
2 years left.
yeah, but
I'd say Bruno Fernandes, but
I-
he'll run his contract down.
Yeah.
no. Do you know what I reckon's going to happen? De Bruyne's leaving, right? Has he been offered a contract by Al Nassr yet for £400 billion a week? That's what's going to happen.
Saliba.
Saliba will be up there.
Saliba will take 100 and something.
Most
million
expensive
for Saliba.
defender would be Saliba.
Declan Rice, man. Declan Rice.
True, but the thing is, Declan Rice.
He was 70 million from West Ham. Never mind from Arsenal.
But Declan Rice last season, his impact wasn't the
yeah,
optimal
Declan Rice
kind
right
of
now,
impact
though.
you
If you
expect.
try to buy
Right
Declan
now.
Rice over the summer, it's 150 million.
Yeah.
At least.
I'm still like he's obviously he can be a really good player, but if he just did what against Real Madrid more often, then I think you put him up there
Who's
as one
the
of the
most valuable
greatest.
player in the world is right now?
Best player in the world.
Oh,
No, most
fucking,
valuable.
fucking Lamine Yamal.
Jamal would be up there.
He's 17.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
played 100 games for Barcelona.
How
He's
many
got
goals has he
33
scored?
assists and 20 goals.
Right.
He's 17.
How much do you reckon they let him go for?
200 mil.
I don't think they'll let him
Bear in
go.
mind, they need money, don't you? It's Barcelona.
No, but it's not even just about money. It's about the fact he was from the academy.
Mhm.
That's his.
Yeah, yeah.
But
You know,
he's
they're his.
also Barcelona need this because they're in money situations.
reckon-
I don't think they'll give that up. Gavi and
200
Pedri
million.
have been there through the worst of times
Do you
financially
reckon
as
our
well.
kids are going to be we're walking around in Yamal shirts like we used to walk around in Messi and Ronaldo shirts?
Like,
You reckon that's what's
you know
coming?
what it would be if there was a rivalry between another player, then there would be.
But no one is like the same age as Lamal and that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's players his age that are good.
Mm-hmm.
But
They're
not
not
that
that
good.
good.
Yeah.
And to do it on that stage in the Champions League semi-final.
Lamine
against
Yamal
Inter
is
Milan.
like,
Yeah.
He's got that special something.
if he doesn't
Yeah.
get ruined and he's just allowed to play, it's like Brazilian street football style
Yeah.
that he plays.
Well,
If he's allowed to
Barcelona
do
sometimes
that,
they allow Messi
mental.
to do that back under Guardiola, so I can see them imagining
well, like,
having a bit more
it'll be
freedom.
like fucking. It'll be like the aging player versus the new player. I
Yeah.
say aging. It'll be Mbappe and Lamal.
Mbappe, I don't think
So
Mbappe
Mbappe is
is
what 23,
something like 24.
It's 24.
and Lamal's 17, so it'll be old. Like in
Yeah.
10 years' time, you'll have like 30-something-year-old Mbappe trying to get his fourth Ballon d'Or.
I mean,
versus
it
Lamal
was
trying to get his second.
supposed to be Haaland v Mbappe. That was supposed to be the big thing
yeah.
after Ronaldo and Messi.
Rafinha. He's
It's
one
not
of the most
Rafinha,
valuable players in
but
the
Haaland
world.
fell off.
Under Yamal, but
Haaland fell off. No, I didn't say he fought. He's still
I
a
mean,
very
he's
good
been injured.
player.
And by the way, he's won the Golden Boot for the past 2 seasons in the Prem.
Yeah, but he's still. When he came in, he was holy shit. But now he's more like, it's Haaland.
I think it's more his general gameplay has been scrutinised a lot because he can't dribble the same way.
I'll tell you who
Yamal
monetarily
can.
is probably very valuable as well because of his contract that he's on. Monetarily, someone who's quite valuable with a contract.
Who?
Pau Kabasi, Barcelona defender. He's very young.
How
he's
old-
on a
how
new
old is he?
contract. Kabasi, 22, 21, I think.
Right.
He's solid
Okay.
as well. Defenders aren't usually expensive.
What do you reckon happens if fucking Al Nassr, or is it Al Nassr, the club that Ronaldo goes, and they
Yeah.
say, we will give you 500 million for Yamal, and he takes it. What do you reckon happens there?
The Saudi Pro League is not Kazakhstan. What was that? It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
Borat.
Yeah. I'll tell you
I'll
something.
give you 500.
Aston Villa in the Champions League, John
Yeah.
Duran, he scores for them in the Champions League. In January,
John
he went
Duran,
off.
yeah.
Yeah, he went off to Saudi Arabia. He's
Mhm.
21 years old for 70 million, and he's only double what he earned in Aston Villa.
Thing
I'll
is,
t- I'll tell you a
21.
name we didn't talk about for the
I
Premier League
hate-
as well. Morgan Rogers.
Yeah.
So
well,
continue.
he's up there. He's up
I was
there.
going to say, I hate how much money's in football now. Because I respect the fuck out of Mbappe for rejecting $1 billion a year from the Arab team. Because if he'd stay and play in
He's
Europe.
already got one. Oh, no, he's not PSG anymore, is he? No, man.
No, because so he could, so he could have
He
all.
was
the,
that one.
Yeah, so he could stay in here and have competitive football and win the Ballon d'Or, win shit in where it's high competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like people who took the bag and ran off, they piss me off.
Yeah.
John Duran.
Another player we didn't talk about who's extremely valuable in world football. English midfielder playing for Real Madrid.
Jude Bellingham.
Bellingham.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Bellingham. I
What
thought
about
we
hundreds of-
forgot about him because he's not in the
hundreds of
Champions League
millions.
semi-final and final.
Hundreds of millions.
There are certain players in the world right now who have so much money it's impossible for them to be bought.
Sporting.
Bellingham,
Victor
Mbappe.
Gyökeres.
I think Isaac. To be honest with you, I don't think Newcastle. They're not going to let him go.
Gyökeres.
Gyökeres, yeah, but I think Arsenal.
Do you
I mean,
reckon
he's
he
coming
was supposed to be
Premier
the alternative to Isaac, so I
He's
think he
coming
could probably
Chelsea.
be bought.
Gyökeres
Well,
is
Arsenal have
coming
been heavily
Chelsea.
linked with him.
Sancho.
He's valuable to you because you're going to get money from him. For us, that's why.
Nah. Who's your favourite player right now
Chelsea, or in general.
in general?
In general, to watch Lamal.
Can you, no, not to watch. Who's your favourite player?
It'll be a Chelsea player. It'll be one of three. It's
Cole
either
Palmer?
no, it's actually no. It's either Cucurella,
Right.
Caicedo,
Mm-hmm.
or you know what? It's not a Chelsea player, but I just enjoy watching him because he's such a shit house. Bruno Fernandes.
Right.
He also wins me money.
Can you guess who my favourite player is right now?
Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
Fernandes, yeah.
The only thing I got
There's
left.
no one else. There's no one else.
Let me guess.
Harry
Alexander
Maguire's
Isak
coming back though.
and American footballer. Oh, Lamine Yamal.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite American footballer? Is it Jordan Davis?
This way you say something really cute and you say Tom.
Oh, what's his fucking? Oh, what's
My
his
favourite
name?
is Jordan Davis because he's built like a brick shithouse and he can run faster than probably Sol.
I forgot his name, but he's the Texan running back.
I forgot his name as well.
Yeah, he's really fucking good, and I forgot his name. That's diabolical from me, to be fair.
You've had 6 glasses of wine now.
I have. I don't remember, but he's a.
I wouldn't really call this a
fucking
glass
class
of
player.
wine. It's a small
small
shot.
Well, I mean,
Fine, we'll have another one.
Wait, Jake, is that the team that you supported?
yeah,
You don't know.
Texans.
You don't know the name. You don't know the
I
name.
thought we'd be finished.
To be
this
fair, there's
by now.
100 people on the team in American.
Yeah,
football.
there
A
is.
bit
Yeah.
different, but yeah, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Tom.
It's a lot. Yeah, there's 100. Yeah.
There's also 100 players in the football team. It's got Chelsea FC.
Yeah, yeah. To be fair, like for Newcastle, it's like 100 players if you combine all the academies together, and then for the
Yeah.
American football
me
team,
look
it's
in-
just
let
the
me look
first
in-
team.
Well, the team will take 52 on the pitch because
Yeah,
you
that's a
have
lot.
your offense, which is 11 players.
And your special team as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
offense, defense, special team, bench
And
warmers.
then you'll have your backup players in case QB
Yeah.
gets injured or whatever.
True.
But you know,
Oh,
Finding
it's
it out.
Stroud. That's it. Just
Right.
come to
Wait, I
me.
thought you said Shroud there.
No, Stroud.
He's a streamer.
he's left CS:GO.
No, it-
Shroud's retired from CSGO and he's now an American footballer.
no. Oh, that's it. Stroud.
To be fair,
that's
his
it.
hand-eye coordination is fucking mental. I reckon he'd be a great QB.
What Stroud?
Yeah, have you not seen him play at CS:GO? He's
I reckon he'd be a good QB. Shroud just pinging a ball 60 metres.
How old is he?
I couldn't tell you what his name is. I couldn't tell you how old he is. I just know he's a fucking elite running back.
Jordan Davis is mine because
Bit of
he's...
ASMR there, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Is there enough left for one more?
Ooh. Now, Jordan Davis, I showed you him before. 6'6". He's 156 kg or something, and he can run 40 yards in 4.7 seconds.
Have you seen that new
Have you finished the bottle?
what?
You finished the
No,
bottle?
there's a
Oh,
little bit left. There's fuck. Have you got? Oh, I'm gonna have to have this raw then. What's his face?
Someone Monster in it.
Plenty of coconut buzz.
Oh,
I
no,
was just doing
that's
ASMR.
It's Desmond something. I
Desmond
don't
Marsh from Assassin's Creed 2.
No, I forgot what his last surname is, but it's he's like I don't remember. I don't know what team he's up for. I just know his name's Desmond. He's like 6'6", 450 pounds. He can run the 40-yard dash in about 5.5 seconds.
I can't do that.
Sounds like a
Fine, I'll
car.
fill it with wine.
I'm 230 pounds and I can't do that. Like,
Cheers,
fuck
Reece.
me.
Oh
and
no. Spillage is lickage.
it's like Desmond Davis or something like that. But they're calling him the Tush Push Terminator because he's on D-line, and he's
Thank you,
literally
Punjabi society.
just a wall.
Yeah.
So,
You know what? Here's an interesting question. Who is the best sportsman of all time?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger
You're
Woods.
saying Tiger Woods?
Moises Caicedo.
Actually,
Tiger Woods. No, purely because Tiger Woods because he was
Nah.
so far ahead of the game, no one could keep up with him.
Well, I use the same logic to you for Mr. Phil Taylor.
Do you have Phil Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
That was the
sports
worst film
darts back then is not really what it is now though. No
What
one
about
really
Ali?
played
What
it.
about Muhammad Ali?
I was gonna say Muhammad Ali
Mm.
because he was more than just sport.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
You could have gone anywhere in the world and people have known who Muhammad Ali was.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you go anywhere and you say, "Do you know who Tiger Woods is?" and they'll probably know who he is.
No.
Same with David Beckham.
What about like a
Boxing's not like golf.
what about
Everyone
like
would
a
watch a
diverse
boxing match.
athlete, someone who's good at
Nah,
multiple
golf is
things?
watched by millions.
Yeah, but not to the same extent as boxing though.
Uh,
If it was like Rumble in the Jungle, like everyone had a TV would have
hang
watched
on,
it.
hang on. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Let's Google.
Well, no,
this.
because if you use
Golf
the
is
same-
not more popular
if
than
you,
boxing.
If you're using the logic of someone who's successful and everyone in the world knows his name, you would just say John Cena.
That's to be fair, John
But-
Cena.
Well, we're talking about now in the age of social media when everyone's going to know who he
John
is.
Cena.
But back then,
John
Muhammad
Cena.
Ali, before social media, even everyone back. He
Yeah,
went to
but
Africa,
He's literally
and then
just...
like, everyone from a village just went out to have a look at him.
Yeah,
He's
I get that, but with John Cena, right? If you think wrestling is, I get.
I don't even count that as a proper sport.
And
It's-
he
it's-
just
it's more of a
became,
show. It's more of
he's
a show.
just became the most successful person in the sport. He
Yeah.
just won his 17th title.
But it's
No,
sort of
yeah, we did, yeah.
scripted though. You can't.
I do not care.
No one said Muhammad Ali. You knock him out in round 10. Like
It's a sport.
Yeah, but even though
No,
it is
it's
scripted, no,
different.
wrestling is a sport.
It's a sport.
It is a sport.
listen, I like John Cena, but he's not better. than
How many
Muhammad
Olympic
Ali.
gold medals have you?
Muhammad Ali was in
Brock
the Olympics,
Lesnar.
by
I
the way.
give it to Brock Lesnar. Oh well.
How many WWE World titles do you have?
But same as you.
I've actually got one.
Wait, what?
When I was 12, I
I'm not opening it.
No. No, to be fair, with wrestling though, I get like it is scripted and all that, but you still have to have the physicality.
athlete, like-
yeah, you have to like.
yeah, but
yeah.
it's not like
Well, no,
we don't know who's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what I'm
Oh,
trying to
fuck,
say is,
why am I even having to explain that?
I know, but what I'm trying.
Fucking hell.
What I'm trying to say, you couldn't go, and none of us could go. You couldn't go. Let's say you had to play a 60-minute Iron Man match. You could not go a full hour doing shit like that.
I never said I could. Like, what the fuck?
the most diverse athlete, the best athlete of all time, Solomon Buckley Castle.
I'll take that. I will take that.
How many sports have you ever played in
Have
your
you
life?
seen his performance on Sol FC?
Yeah, to be fair, football, snooker, pool.
It's Soccer
Cross
Sunday on
country,
the Sol
winning.
FC channel. That is
Right.
Ballon d'Or worthy.
By the way, cross country is probably just as hard as snooker. It's really tough.
Right. How many sports do you reckon I've done in my? Looking at me now.
7.
You probably, yeah, you've done a
1,
few.
2,
to be fair.
3, 4, 5. I reckon I'd give you
Is this
5
is
right
this
now.
on teams?
I'd give you 5 that I can think of.
Tom, is
Yo.
this on a team?
No, all sports.
Oh right. Well, yeah, I've probably done about 20 then.
I've
No, but like
played-
seriously,
for
like
fun.
seriously.
I did football
Oh, yeah, I've done like
for
5.
most of my life. Football, golf, snooker, pool, if you count those as 1 or 2, whatever you want. I did cross country because I had to. Javelin, boxing, cycling.
boxing.
I was
Yeah,
doing that.
I would
Swimming.
have rounded those as athletics rather
Athletics,
than
yeah,
so
yeah,
yeah, I'd
yeah.
say about 15.
I've probably done.
How many are you good at though?
Weirdly, I think that the sport I'm the best at is the one I don't do anymore. Extreme sport, skiing.
There.
Because I've got teaching qualifications for skiing. I'm a good skier,
Shit.
but I
You
don't
guys
ski
have,
anymore.
is that
because
the place in
it's fucking
Sunderland? They have like the
expensive.
thing there. the skiing
No,
centre.
I don't like dry slope skiing. I actually go and ski.
I've
South of
definitely
France.
done.
Austria is
solid
really nice
2.
to go skiing. I want to go back to Austria.
Oh,
You play
Plus
American
it's
football and rugby.
That's the
Oh,
legit.
fuck, I played rugby as well. I forgot about that
Yeah,
one.
that's legit. All I can think of it if we're considering you have to you have to have played it and you're like somewhat good at it. Mine would just be 2, and that's rugby. And
If you
American
could be
football.
a top 5 athlete in any sport, not the best, a top 5, what would it be?
Football.
Don't even think about it
football,
monetarily.
football.
Imagine every sport paid the same wage to the
Still
5th
football.
best player in every
American
sport.
football.
Football.
Just for pure enjoyment.
Yeah,
Football.
American football. Yeah, or rugby. Or rugby.
Can you imagine scoring a winning goal in front of like 80,000 people in the stadium? It's insane, and your team just jumps on top of you.
For pure
Yeah,
enjoyment.
but you can also
yeah.
get the same thing playing American football.
Yeah,
Imagine
yeah.
you absolutely deck someone, and you've got all your mates around you, and you're just laughing at this guy. You've just absolutely put
To be
into
fair,
the
you can still
floor.
deck someone in football, but you get sent off for it. That's the only difference.
Mine's between American football and golf.
Might be skiing.
Choose American football.
Golf is so. I mean, if you play golf, if you like.
Team sports are better.
Well, no. The thing is with like, I get why he would say golf is because golf is
So peaceful.
it is very
So-
tranquil.
yeah.
And when you hit a ball,
That's like
correctly,
snooker.
it just
Yeah,
feels
it's,
so
yeah.
right.
Well, I'm trying to think of one. Like the reason I said skiing is because I'd think of one that is an Olympic sport, and if you're the 5th best in the world at a certain sport, you probably have a chance of at least winning it or getting at least a
Yeah.
medal in the
Yeah, yeah.
Olympics.
Yeah.
Skiing, they do downhill, they do like slalom, they do all sorts. They do like fucking, they even do cross country skiing almost in the Olympics. There's a chance if I'm top 5 across the board at skiing, I can at least maybe get a medal in one of them.
Well,
Was that your rationale for it? So you're more likely
yeah,
to win?
I'd like an Olympic medal. And also,
Yeah.
skiing is something I enjoy.
Yeah, I can get Olympic
And
medal for golf.
if you're a top 5 skier in the world, you can probably get into any resort for free
What
by
about
just going,
snowboarding?
hi, and I'll just let you in.
Would
Well, I
you
do golf then
snowboarding?
because I can get Olympic medal for golf.
Nah, I don't like snowboard.
Nobody.
Nah.
So, or boxing. Boxing is
it.
fun.
I've tried it before and it's alright, but I don't like snowboard.
Nobody.
The
Fair.
only
It's
thing that
especially-
puts
it's
me off
even-
American football is brain damage.
Yeah, but I've already got that
Top
anyway. I'm fine.
It actually improves you.
Yeah, probably has.
No, but I'll tell you what. When I've had people like 4 guys run into my head, my ears are ringing. I don't feel it. It's
No,
after
neither
the
do
game
I.
when your head you go, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I think it would be more satisfying to be good at American football over golf.
Yeah, but if I was to be good, I'd want to be like a running back or a QB. I'd want to be at the heart of the action.
I'm more than happy being a top 5.
I'd be a tight end. Best of best of
True.
everything.
Yeah. I'd be if I could choose, I'd be a top 5 tight end.
Gronkowski.
Yeah.
Give me that.
To
Give
be
me that.
fair, yeah.
By the way, Gronkowski was 6'6", built like a brick shit house, ran faster than anyone. He's like, what do you call it? the Lionel Messi of American football.
Yeah.
He's basically the epitome of what
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
Tom Brady would be like the
When-
top guy, but then
yeah.
Gronk's fucking. 'Cause it was
Does
Gronk.
anyone want more than Tom Brady, like Super Bowls wise?
I don't know.
No, they won the same. They won
7 each.
together because they played on the same team. No, Gronk didn't win 7. He won 4 with Brady.
Right.
Well, the problem with Brady was when he was with the Patriots, they won everything, and now obviously he's left now and like
Retired.
he's
he
retired.
was commentating.
To
Yeah,
be fair,
yeah.
he was like the second guy to go to a different team and win with that team.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, but now
Peyton Manning was the
but now the
first.
Patriots are just shit.
Shite.
They've
They
not.
lost Gronk and they lost.
They lost
Brady,
Gronk, they lost
shite.
Brady, and they haven't won a Super Bowl since.
It's like a cycle. They'll probably get someone else in at some point, and they'll be good again.
Yeah, but who wants to go to the New England page?
Well, it'd be a weird flex. Imagine being the 5th best competitive eater in the world.
I already have.
Oh, I want to do like Man v Food.
Oh, man, Wingstop would get absolutely smoked. Oh.
We've been on for an hour and 4.
True.
We've done our podcast.
We've
for the
pretty
day.
much finished the wine and time. Does anyone want to finish that before we finish the episode?
BJ.
BJ.
Hold on, wait, hold
Go on,
on,
down
hold
it.
on. Hold on. Alright, you ready? Go on.
Come on. Neck it.
Hey.
Sing about it.
Well done.
Well, I need a lavatory, so let's wrap up.
Do you know
Yeah.
what? That is actually quite a fitting end. As soon as you're down that, look at that.
We are not
Completely
prepared
finished.
to go and play pool and
Full,
get
get
fucking
it!
lit.
Come on!
We're gonna get more free drinks afterwards. So thank you very much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we'll see you again next week.
Cheers to that.
See you
Goodbye.
later.
You know, it only just occurs to me that entire podcast is just showing how much alcoholics we are.